Welcome again to another episode of Master to Thrive. I am your host, Sarah Akello. Hello, great people pursuing great relationships. Today we look at avoiding relationship games. Keeping relationships is a popular activity that people worldwide like to engage in. Spiritually, with reference to the Bible, God did not create Adam to live alone, but enjoy companionship of Eve. Scientifically, with reference to Noah Harari's book called Sapiens, the ape Homo sapien that man evolved from grew strong relationship characteristics in the process of its evolution. Thus, relating is one of the cognitive abilities man found and continues to find himself joyfully experiencing most moments of life. We are predisposed to relating with each other at different levels of the family, friends, colleagues, comrades, or business associates. We live in an era divergent from centuries ago when relationships derived deep satisfaction. In this fast-changing world, our social fabric has suffered shredding to quite some pieces, which has grossly affected the quality of relationships. This is not to say that there is nothing good in relationships anymore. It is to bring to our awareness that our relationships are threatened, thus need to keep them real or work on improving them. There are activities in relationships called games. A game is an activity that one engages in for amusement or fun. It is also to manipulate a situation or a person, typically in a way that is unfair or unscrupulous. This means that one of the person or groups of people in a relationship engage with the other with the aim of unfairly gaining more or all from the relationship. This happens because of the following: desperation. Whenever we have waited for something for long and it finally comes our way, we don't second think to scrutinize further. Decision about establishing any symbiotic, lasting relationships is never rushed. If we find ourselves making fast-paced steps towards its consummation, we may need to pause and reassess. How does desperation come about? Waiting for some relationship to manifest on our way for a long period of time, not seeing any sign yet, and suddenly a butterfly flaps its wings past, and alas, I got you. Does that ring a bell? Next, the excitement of wanting to exploit our prowess of driving exemplary relationships. We sometimes get into relationship excited about the opportunity presented to us to show the world our expertise we have gained in driving successful relationship. However, if our understanding of our partner is incomprehensive, they will simply stay put to ride on our excitement and continue enjoying the best we offer them at the expense of our ultimate burnout. Another, when our partner in the relationship understands us more than we understand ourselves. This can happen in relationships with disparity of age or experience, or just a general weakness of the relationship partner. The most dangerous situation to be in is to be okay with the person we are in relationship with knowing us more than we know ourselves. We must have our own internal sense of being unpredictable sometimes. This is because if the person or people we relate with don't really care to help improve us, we are hell-bound towards getting trampled on. If there is a leeway for a person or party to reap as much as possible from a relationship, they will ride on a prevailing weakness with us unless they are truly authentic to not just take, but also give back. If there is a leeway for a person or party to reap as much as possible from a relationship, they will ride on a prevailing weakness unless they are truly authentic to not just take but also give back. Yet another, there can be stubborn weaknesses with a person, causing them to cultivate a life of dependence on their partner. This can be simply likened to the relationship between a cow and tick. Having the weakness of limited capability of fending for its food, a tick sticks on a cow with all their might and keeps sucking its blood and growing bigger and bigger. So, the tick relaxes knowing that its meal will always be provided for by the cow. Relationships are a give and take. Though the amount can never be balanced, but the determinant of success is truthfulness and authenticity. There can also exist extreme unequal contributions by relationship partners. As already emphasized, contributions into a relationship for sure can never be equal from each partner. Foundations of some relationships are articulated from the word go, so it is clear the role of each player in the relationship. For instance, an organization consummating relationship with a group of disabled people, the organization has to play a bigger role in supporting the cause for the group. In this arrangement, the group does not feel exploited. Challenge can only occur if the organization does not fairly carry out its mandate towards the group. In relationships with clearly defined roles, every partner must work towards and stay committed to meeting their obligations. It is about effort. Upon meeting a challenge and totally surrendering or relinquishing most roles, unless affected by health conditions that renders one unproductive, it strains relationships. One who overwhelmingly contributes will always do so, but burnout and resentment will loom. Justification can also prevail in relationships. Once used to, we always wonder why the game should stop. A game player in a relationship once has dug a cave for their hiding and shelter, and their partner has come to a self-awareness of the game, will rarely want change to occur because it will be like collapsing their gold mine. They may try to show cooperation towards improvement, but after some time, relapse to their usual ways. Setting no boundaries. We all need to have personal boundaries, though not walls. This is so that we are able to raise our voices to say, "You are stepping on me." Personal boundaries are the limits and rules that people set while relating and interacting with others. They can be physical, emotional, social, mental, spiritual, or material. To make clear again, in setting boundaries, it does not mean that we are unapproachable because we have built walls. It is putting limits. In setting boundaries, and popularly in family setting, practicing self-care is very important. Family relationships are quite enjoyable, but can also bring emotional strain. One can find themselves caught up in guilt, expectations of trying to fix everyone's problems. Taking care of our well-being is essential for maintaining harmony, both within ourselves and our family dynamics. With our boundaries in place, we should not withdraw. When feeling so tight, we should look for a way of speaking up. And if we have been treating family members in a certain way, Let us make known to them that going forward, our provided guideline on how we will steer our support to them, if at all any, should suffice. And finally, seeking external validation. The first rule about relationships is that it is private to the party players. If from the beginning one party engages an external opinion giver, the foundation of the relationship is already weak, and this is not to mean locking external relationships out. It means you could be giving away your power, and this is what you need to check on. You will keep going back to the opinion giver for validation. Kindly take note. Once in, the people who validate for us are no longer there. Worse still, if we go back to them and explain our precarious situations, we are destined to getting more lost. We need to endeavor to overcome the temptation to seek external validation. We are enough in ourselves. Friends, let us together build honest and authentic relationships for better stays. Thank you.